All right.
It
You
was more a
ready?
cough, but yeah, let's go with that.
Can we start the show?
Yes, I told you to
Okay.
go a while ago.
Yeah, but you keep reading off the damn sheet.
Well, bite me.
Okay, let's start the show in three, two, one. Welcome, everyone, to episode 24 of Ultimate Gamer Podcast. I'm joined with Andy,
Hello.
and we actually have a jam-packed show. Sorry we didn't have a show last week. Things are busy, just the way life is. But in doing so, we actually got better topics, so you win.
Sort of.
No, I would say they're better.
Well, they'll be incredible tomorrow because, as we're recording right now, 24 hours from us right now, we will know more about the new wet spots. But that's
Definitely.
later on.
And you ex-bots will just glamour all over it.
Oh, please. No, I won't.
Andy is an Xbox 360 fanboy.
I used to be an Xbox 360 fan until, it fucking died out a month after the extended warranty. I'm sorry. We're not going to get into that yet. First of which.
Okay, first of which, EA gets rid of Online Pass.
This kind of makes sense in a horrible way.
Well, I never expected them to do it.
Well, just like Microsoft is supposedly getting rid of Microsoft points.
Yeah, but
This
they're
whole
still going to
idea
have
of
a
having-
currency, though.
They're still going to have a currency, but the Microsoft point system that's been around for years is being taken out, phased out. You can buy products and then use the codes to gain said products, but having this free currency within the game system that's just floating out there without technical regulation that anyone could pick off, whether they stole or whatever, and untraceable, yada, yada, yada. It makes them lose money. And I hate it. You're going to hate it. We're all going to hate it because people who actually used it before, it's a bitch now that, they're just phasing it all out. But they're losing money from it. And right now, the person that they put in charge of EA is trying to right the ship. And you can't right the ship without making a few sacrifices.
Well, that's what we expected, because once John Riccitiello was axed, just shortly afterwards, they get rid of online passes, which people hated. I honestly hate the pass. I think it was just such a convoluted fuck you to the consumer, basically trying to get rid of used game sales, but as I said, at the expense of the legitimate, well, it's not even legitimate customers. They were trying to kill off the used market. They were trying to entice you to just buy the game new, and if you didn't, you had to pay $10 to $15 for a online pass.
Yep.
My PlayStation Vita is riddled with it. You buy any Sony published title, and you have this stupid code that you could use once, and then that's it. I have yet to activate any of the codes that came with any of my games because I just, for one, the games are probably shit to play online anyway. But two, out of principle,
on. You're making an incorrect assumption. I got to stop you there. But
no. But why should I have to prove my loyalty to Sony or EA or
it's
whatever?
not a proud proving loyalty. They couldn't give a damn who you are. What they want to do is prove that you are the person who just opened the bots, making you, by their standard, the real person who bought the game. That's the only thing. That's the only thing they care about. They don't care if you're loyal. They don't care if you think nice things about them and
Yes,
touch
but
yourself at
they're
night. They don't care. They
well,
don't care about shit. They just want to know that you bought it, you opened it. That means that you bought it from the person that was selling it, correctly, that was supposed to sell it.
yeah. But what I'm going to say is that EA, they're the ones that started the online pass revolution. They're the ones that said, well, the reason why we have online pass is for all these friggin'
It's
reasons, which
because
none
we're
of them are
evil and we
true.
need to make money.
Yes, but the thing is that they want a second helping from a game that was purchased. That they're treating it like if you buy used, you're stealing from us. No, you're not stealing from them. I mean, you look at your house. If you buy a house from someone else, did you just rob the guy who built it? Does the guy who built the house, does he earn a little commission for you reselling that house to another
Uh,
person? No.
this
It,
is murky territory.
how
This
is
is
it? How's
concerning
it? How's it murky territory?
because we're no longer dealing with a medium that is a singular object.
It is
If
a
it was something
singular
like
object.
That's incorrect because now we're dealing in a digital medium that can be copied and can be reproduced. That's why we get hazy legally and atypically. Look at it this way. A game can be copied, a game can be manufactured, a game can be, fucking sold and moved back and forth, but the game itself is a digital piece of information. So there's no way of protecting that digital piece of information because it is simply vapor. It is something that can be copied and moved about. That's why the whole idea of considering a program or considering a piece of software as a physical object doesn't work because it doesn't abide by the laws of a physical object. Now, a physical object like a house or a car or a computer, yes, it can't be in multiple places at once. Once you sold, that's it. That person has it. With a game, if
Yes.
you copied it, you can sell it, and you'd still keep a copy of the game, or
Yes,
you could
but
sell the copy.
yes, that happens, but that's not necessarily something that would be corrected by using online passes.
It's not about correcting. It's about enticing people to buy games directly instead of buying them used. If you buy them used, you
Well,
can't
if
use
you want
everything
to
that comes
make
with
it enticing, you don't punish the person that buys used. You want to commend them. So what you want to do is make it so your game isn't 60 fucking bucks,
it. Hey man,
as a
when you got to
starting
solve a
price.
problem from a global standpoint, it's better to use a sledgehammer than to use a pickaxe.
Yeah, but
And
all they did was just piss people off. They
and
did
that's why the
absolutely nothing to,
Hey man, why do you think they're changing it now? We're just arguing about what they did before. Whether they saw the error of their ways or whether they're trying to save money, they're no longer doing it that way. So, the only thing that we can really take away from this is that either they're learning or they're becoming even more devious than we previously thought.
or maybe they have something else in store, and we're gonna find out this E3.
Most likely, anything horrible will always be taken away from something like E3 because, well, let's face it, kiddies, we love to complain. But aside from that, anything new always is going to garner negative feedback.
Let's switch over to Xbox predictions. What do you think it's gonna be?
Okay, we're already looking at a system that may or may not be always on because apparently Microsoft has turned into that one scene from Psycho where my mother, my sister, my mother, my sister, when it comes to the idea of always on DRM. Obviously, it's going to be with specs that are going to go up against that of what is the PS4. So
Yep.
we're looking at 2004 PC specs. What? That's what we're looking at.
I just love how you just say it. It's pretty funny.
and yeah, that's what you can expect. If you bought a high-end gaming PC in 2004, 2005, you're going to get one now with big green nets on it. or what is it? A big blue 4 on it.
Yeah, which we all saw those videos where they're like some guy with bad photography skills.
Oh yeah. Apparently, the photographer for Sony has no idea how to turn off zoom, but they don't know that.
Yep, and they cannot turn off the blur effect. Focus.
And as Jack here stated in a conversation we were having before, from the amount of vents that they showed, that thing is probably going to be a small oven.
Yep, I definitely think so. You thought the PS3 was hot? No
Oh.
way.
You have no idea. The PS4 now comes with built-in bacon cooker
Yep.
for all your bacon needs.
Oh yeah. Well, everyone thought that this one looked like a George Foreman grill.
It's
Remember
not even.
that?
It's no longer called the PlayStation 4. It's called the PlayStation Baconator.
Baconator. Nice.
What do gamers love more than games? Bacon.
Wait, isn't the Baconator number 4 on the Wendy's menu?
Holy shit! They've been planning this for years. Sponsored by Wendy's.
And then when they have the Slim, it's the son of Baconator.
Exactly. So yes, our predictions are that the Xbox will cook you meats, but the PlayStation 4 will cook you bacon.
Yes. Well, what about the name for the Xbox? I mean, some people are saying Infinity, which I don't
I'm
see.
sticking with Delta. If
Del-
I would,
Delta
if I would,
seems interesting of a name.
hey, I have my reasons.
Hey, my reason for why they called it the 360 was just so they can match 3 in the name of PS3.
Yeah.
I really think that was why they called it the 360.
Well, it could be the 720, could be the Infinity, which would be a bad choice of words, but I don't know. It could be the 360 squared.
I like that one. I like that one. It's the new 360 squad.
Squared. Oh my god! And it's actually just a 360 embedded into another 360 sideways. We came up with this 3 hours ago in the back room. I don't know. Anything that they will come up with will always be fucking like below our standards. Unless I don't know, they pull something out of their ass. Unless they go straight against the Steam bots concept and say, hey, we're not making a console. We're making a personal home computer gaming system for the living room. And say, fuck you all, fuck you PlayStation. You got your specs of a 2004 computer? How about for $400 to $300, we give you the specs of a current day next gen system? That would blow my mind.
Yeah, if they can give you the horsepower of a GTX 690.
No, not even like high end. No, we're talking about a pair of 670s.
That's still high end.
Exactly high. Well, it's high end, but a little bit cheaper. But imagine that. That amount of power in a box. And that tiny, like, in your bots. You got
And then
your
when you look at
bots,
the
it's got a lot of
wattage, it's
power.
like requires a 20 amp feed.
Exactly. It has a power brick that's equivalent to the size of the actual unit.
Yeah, they're going to stick to the power bricks.
Yes, with a built-in UPS for good measure.
So you can save your game when the power goes out.
So you can save your game while you save your game. But basically, that's it. Unless they can come up with something that's shattering, fucking the same horsepower as a current gen system. I don't know.
I don't know what they'll do.
There's very little that will surprise me because we're going to get exactly what we expect, what everyone knows they're going to do.
Okay, so do you think they're going to announce like a brand new IP with it too, like Sony did?
They need to. They fucking need to.
Well, I mean, one company.
That's Microsoft 101. Whenever they release a new piece of hardware or a new piece of software, they need something to grab you.
You know what would grab us all is if they had a launch title of Conker's Bad Fur Day released by Rare, make them actually make a real game, none of the bullshit with the camera.
If Rare came back, I would jizz my pants. I'm sorry, but I would jizz my pants.
You will buy a next-gen Xbox day one if Rare has a launch title with it.
But I don't mean like current day Rare, like doing crap motion stuff. I mean, if they go back to the days of Jet Force Gemini, you know what I'm talking about.
Of course.
Golden era Rare. We're talking straight from the tip, straight to the ambrosia of video gaming. When we're talking like back in the olden days when Rare was considered gods among men, where they could do no wrong. You come up with that, I will buy this system. I will be the first online in fucking New York 3 days before the system goes on sale.
Definitely.
That's it, because once they have Rare actually up to form, up to bat with something interesting, like, let's say, I don't know, Jet Force Gemini 2, or
hey, look, when they launched the Xbox 360, they did have something when they had Cameo, which Cameo is love it or hate it. You know, it was a launch title, but it was also good. You
Yeah.
know, it was very well done. Yes,
It
it was
was the first time
short,
that
but
they experimented with an HD system. It was one of the first HD games. And you know what? It was interesting. I mean, it wasn't great, it wasn't perfect, it wasn't memorable. But it was interesting because it tried something that hadn't been done before, and which was a full-fledged HD game.
yep. And that was
And
also a game that was supposed to be on the N64, then was moved over and delayed to the GameCube, and
yep.
then Microsoft bought Rare from Nintendo, and yeah.
Oh my God! But if they were to get Rare into form,
If okay, what if at E3 Nintendo announces that they bought Rare and that there's a new Banjo Kazooie game coming out on the Wii U?
after the last Banjo Kazooie that came out on the
Yeah,
360,
it was shit. Okay,
it was horrible shit.
It wasn't a Banjo Kazooie game. It was just oh
Dude, I'm
god.
sorry. You have to accept it was a Banjo Kazooie game. It was a
No,
horrible
it
Banjo.
was an
It's
abomination.
something that none of us could ever perceive ever existing, which was a bad Banjo Kazooie game.
Exactly, because they focused on the wrong shit. Oh, you can
Yeah.
build cars. Whoa.
Yeah,
I
no.
really want to play now.
No, I know. Just a whole lot of nope.
Exactly. But definitely if Rare does if they utilize Rare for something good and useful, because what else have they fucking been doing? They haven't closed the studio. They've been
Yeah.
making these dumbass, jump and smile in front of a camera games. The
If they
last game they
could,
made was what? Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, or it was the Viva Pinata games, which I remember you said you were big on those, weren't you?
I actually did like the Viva Pinata games. They weren't like something that you consistently play day in day out, like Guns of Icarus or something. No, no. It was a fun thing. It was an experience. I loved it. It was hilarious. I loved the humor. It was so childlike and playful. And you know what? I liked it. Second one, I think there was a second Viva Pinata, right? Or no?
Yes, there was a second one.
Yeah, I never played that one, so I don't know.
But you see, those are I mean, even then,
It was different concepts. It was
was
something
different
that was out of
concepts.
nowhere, and it grabbed your attention. You're like, really?
Yes,
This is like a launch title?
yeah, but they didn't expand upon it the way Rare is known for. I mean, you look
Yeah.
at Rare; they're the ones that make those. You need to collect every little fucking banana in Donkey Kong 64. They're the ones that made so many collectible items in Banjo Kazooie and Banjo Tooie, where you're that guy that like becomes OCD trying to complete every little thing of the game.
Yeah, that's what fucking kills me.
That is the Rare I know and love. But no, Rare of the 360 era are the ones where you can get by with little to no effort. I mean, it just yeah.
I don't know. But then again, that style of game is no longer very prevalent. It's not popular. It's not something that has been able to make money recently, especially with third-party developers
Well,
of
they
any.
did it with Jack and Daxter series.
But it's wearing thin, man.
How?
I don't know. I played the last Jack and Daxter. It didn't really grab my attention.
Tomb Raider did it.
Tomb Raider did it, but I was about to say, but it's got tits. But no. It's got emotion, but not in your stupid. It has emotions. No. It has emotion. It grabs you with story.
Yes,
sort
it
of.
does.
But that's the winning stroke of it. That's it. I don't know. It just didn't grab me. Yes, I love playing the missions. Yes, it hurt when she had to kill the first person. Yes, it was a memorable thing that I'm going to probably like later today. I'm going to play it again. But as much as OCD as I am, I never really felt I had to finish like the entire area. I never felt I had to find all the artifacts.
Okay, fine. You didn't in that one. I'll give you that. It wasn't as enticing.
It didn't strike my anal retentive chord.
But I still think that there is a market for those platformers where you're collecting a lot of stuff. I still think there's a market for it.
If they can do something interesting, something that no
Well,
one
that's
is.
the thing. With better graphics, the possibilities of the worlds you can create
It's not even
are
better
ever
graphics.
expanding.
It's the capabilities of what is it? Processing.
Yeah.
It's more capabilities with being able to use
Well,
different
that's what
services
they
that
were
are
trying.
online.
That's what they were trying to show off with Cameo. Yes, it looked better, but when you went out in that world and you had like so many fucking things, like epic battles going on at the same time. You know, that was what it was showing off, is that it's not only that we can make things look prettier, we can have more things going on at the same time. Like you look at Ratchet and Clank Tools of Destruction. One of the
Yep.
biggest things that the developers were talking about was not only were they able to make it look like almost like a Pixar movie, but they were also allowed to have more enemies on screen at one time, where it wasn't possible with the PlayStation 2. That's what I like out of a next generation game. Instead, we got these barren, lifeless lands, and that seemed to be the focal point of post-apocalyptic worlds that, you know, plagued this entire generation. What I want to see was PlayStation 2 era with better graphics, better hardware, better, bigger games. That's what I wanted, but that's not what we got. The only game that came very close to that was Ratchet and Clank Tools of Destruction.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted. That's a proper next gen title where you're taking a series that was limited because of the hardware and you expanded upon it. You didn't have to watch the cutscenes, you didn't have to give two shits about the story, but you had a lot of fun playing it. I beat the game 3 times. That's how much I like it. You know, but they fucked up with a crack in time.
Yeah. I don't know. The thing is that if they do not open with a shooter, if they do not open with an FPS, we'll know. That's what I think. That's how I feel about Xbox, and that's how I feel about PS4.
Well, they did that with the PS4. They didn't open up with a shooter for the PS4.
No, they didn't. No, I mean,
They did
when
that
they
little
finally,
weird robotic thing that explodes
when they
into a million
finally
pieces.
fucking open if they show us the system and say when it's going to come out and what the first games available for it are, you know exactly what I mean, John. Come on.
Well, yes, the PlayStation 4 is going to have Killzone, a first-person shooter.
If they already opened up with that, and like that's part of their lineup, but it depends on what game they're going to try to push as the selling point for the system. If they open with a shooter, which is what I'm meaning, if they try to sell the system with one specific game, which every corporation has always done for the history of mankind, where there has been a console. What was it? It was Madden something. It was some football game, and Mech Warrior for the original Xbox, and the Xbox. What was it? Live system. It was Halo for the system itself. What was it? It was Legend. Was it Legend of Zelda for the Nintendo 64? No, it was Mario.
Yeah, Mario for the N64.
For the N64. You know, see, this is exactly what I mean. It's the first game in the global zeitgeist. When you think of a system, is the game that they pushed the most. When it came to N64, they pushed Mario.
Okay.
When it came to PlayStation.
GameCube, Luigi's Mansion.
Exactly, Luigi's Mansion, and this is where the downfall began.
Yes,
for the Wii,
they
Red
did.
Steel.
No, with the Wii, they
Red
did.
Steel.
They pushed Zelda. They pushed Zelda for the Wii.
They tried, but they pushed Red Steel in the beginning because Zelda wasn't out.
Yeah, well, Red Steel is, look, I could swing swords. I'm going to drop my fully loaded gun to have a sword battle with you.
Yeah, no, don't even get me started because that was the first and only time I ever bought a game I literally could not play. And it's true, I couldn't play it. I opened it up. I played it for 15 minutes. I timed it. I closed it, and I went back that same day to give it back. And this was when I was one of the first people who bought a Wii the day it came out.
Yeah, you worked at GameStop.
Yeah. And I have stories to tell.
Which we're going to transition to
later.
What, we're going to keep on going with this, or we're going to transition?
No, we're going to transition to something else, but what was I saying?
Okay, so you said every console started out with a game. PlayStation 3 was Resistance.
You know that Microsoft knows what it's doing if it doesn't open with a shooter. That's all I'm saying. That's all I was trying to get to.
Well, the 360, they were pushing Cameo, but they were pushing more of Perfect Dark Zero.
Yes.
Which was shit.
But they were Pinata and Cameo. Those were the games that people remember. Those were the games that came with the system when you first bought it. And that's
Project Gotham Racing 3. Which was awesome.
Sure.
It was showing off next gen, racing graphics.
I'm not a racing fan, but that's not the point.
Hey, I am.
Okay, dude, I'm trying to get to the point. You will know if Microsoft is going to win this battle against Sony if they don't push with a shooter. If the first thing you see is a shooter, that's it. Game over. Turn off the screen. You've already seen this before.
Which I think they will, because Halo has died. I
It
really think
hasn't
I think
died. It's
yeah.
three-fourths of the industries, and it's a lot of the same people. So come on, don't be mean. I'm not a fan so much anymore, but come on.
I just don't care anymore. Like I liked Halo with the first one, the second one, third one was meh, and then I didn't play any of them after that. I was like, fuck this, I'm done.
Well, that was you. I kept going until Halo
So
Reach.
you okay? Well, so you bought Halo ODST for
Yep, I love.
$60 when the game was announced to be for 30.
Hey, this is coming from you, so I really don't care.
Oh,
I love the game. It was a great experience, and I still remember it. So, unlike a racing game where I'm consistently turning left,
whoa! You make some rights sometimes,
sometimes, ooh, to spice things up, we make a left. To make things interesting, we make a right.
and then if you really want to go bizarre, we're going over a bridge.
Oh my God. By the way, ladies and gents, tonight's podcast is being fueled by Chivas Regal, aged 12 years, blended Scotch whiskey. If you want whiskey, go with Chivas.
And back to the show. But we'll definitely I mean what we will like cover on this
Oh, wait,
topic.
before I forget. All Scotch is whiskey, but not all whiskey is Scotch. Remember, kids, drink responsibly.
Okay. Next episode, we're actually going to record it. I'm thinking, sometime this week, and we're going to discuss everything that was said for the Xbox, the next gen. We'll finally have a
We're
fucking
probably
name
gonna
for it.
Yeah, right after it releases, we'll probably make an episode because we actually want to talk about this.
Definitely, and we'll compare it to we'll compare the two presentations. We'll say,
Yes, and
well,
point and laugh at our e penises.
no, not. No. What I'm saying is, we'll see. Like, I don't know if I think Microsoft will show off the console. They did that with the 360. When they had Elijah Wood showing off the 360.
That was so fucking stupid.
It was. It was this whole hour and a half show.
It was just awkward.
It
It was
was.
just an hour and a half of awkwardness.
It's like they're calling it the Ferrari of game systems. It was like, what?
Eat a dick.
I should have died in the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
They should have him come back holding the next gen Xbox saying, "My precious."
No, they should have him come back and then publicly executed.
Sorry.
Then have Ash from Evil Dead come in and start playing something. That is the only way they will make up for that last time.
Definitely. But yeah, I'm very curious because I like seeing the new. I really do.
I want to see what the hell they've been cooking up for the past few years. Let's see.
As I said, I want to see these companies change their directions. Sony, I didn't get any vibe that they're actually going to do anything different from the PS3. I think they're going to make the same boneheaded mistakes, and you're going to have your Sony fuckers that just blindly support it.
But the kicker is that people are actually still going to buy it, so whatever.
Yeah.
Moving on to the last thing before we go.
Yes. Seeing as you used to work for GameStop.
Yes.
Used to. Well, you
It was
worked...
a very short stint. Don't hold it against me.
Yeah, but you were there for all three console launches.
I was there for that period where all three consoles were being launched. The Wii, the Xbox 360, and the PS3.
I remember the rants and raves that you had.
Oh my God, it's just so much pain and horror. And no, it's not a dream come true. I never thought it was going to be a dream come true, but for those few months, it was a horrible nightmare. And let me tell you, if you ever want to fucking rob a place, go to a GameStop. I'm not condoning violence or criminality, but it would be a really good idea. Trust me, those systems are already in play months before their announcement.
Huh.
Yeah. Games are available weeks, if not months, before their, quote, release date. Things like that. There are some shops out there. If you're a savvy shopper and a savvy gamer, don't go to GameStop. Go to your local electronics store or local shop where people can order pieces of software, pieces of hardware like that. They will order it weeks in advance, and if nobody talks, they will sell it to you months before it hits the market.
Which happened at Plane Trade in our town.
and which happened in a small game store in upstate New York when it came to the launch of Halo 3. I got Halo 3 in my hands a good 3 months before it was supposed to hit markets.
Huh.
That place is still in business. For those of you interested in the area, I can give you the address. Contact I am silent or Nets silent 13 or something along those lines. You'll see me in the coded chats as, Andres Gonzalez.
But
Anyway,
GameStop is doing something that annoys the shit out of me, and unfortunately, they're not the only ones that are doing it.
no, this is now a law in our local area. This is something that we all have to go through. Being carded to buy an M-rated game.
Yes.
Now, we can go over the many, 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 many reasons why this is stupid. And not stupid as in, I'm a video game like comedy dick and you're stupid. No, no, no. This is stupid, stupid. This is, holding your baby out a window stupid. This is leaving a small dog in a car on a hot day with the windows up stupid. This is eating, cyanide stupid. This is, chewing paint off the wall or chugging Drano stupid. This is looking down the barrel of a loaded gun stupid. Why? Because why are we being carded for video games but not being carded for an M-rated or an R-rated movie, or for books that go against the teachings of the government or any other religious form, or I don't know, magazines that promote, incredibly sadistic ideals and such? Why am I not being carded for pornography? Why am I not being carded for alcohol, for God's sakes?
Which I have yet to be carded for.
I never was carded. Even when I was below drinking age, I grew a beard and no one ever carded me. And I get that for many of you, that's like what the fuck are you complaining about? I enjoy my drinking. I'm not a binge fucktard like, many of you are who think drinking. No, no. I enjoy my alcohol. So when it comes down to it, alcohol is as destructive as any other force out there. Why? Because it'll make you do something stupid physically. I'm not carded for it. A video game, something that I sit and enjoy within the confines of my own fucking home, I need fucking 3 forms of ID, a blood test, a fucking retinal scan, and an anal probe before I can get out of the store with it. 'Cause, man, that is one dangerous fucking object. I could go out of state from New Jersey and with $50 buy a loaded pistol and come back into state. I don't own a gun. I'm against violence and I'm against guns, and you already know this, folks.
Yes.
But if you can take a piece of equipment that is created and used for the sole purpose of causing harm and or inflicting death, is easier to get than a video game which provides simply entertainment, brings enjoyment, is something that you enjoy privately or in a group setting, depending on who you are, in the comfort and confines of your own home and or area of business. Is that more dangerous? Are we living in a sane era? No, we're not. And I'm as liberal as they come, but even I have to say, what the fuck are we doing? What the fuck is our government doing with this?
It's not even a law.
No. It was supposed to be a law, but it became so fucking ridiculous nobody wanted to touch it. And now they're carding for this shit.
Yup.
And we may not agree on a lot of things, but Jack and I both agree this has to be the stupidest fucking move. Why? Well, I said stupidest. Oh my God, I'm retarded. This has to be the single most ignorant-based move. Why? Because that just means I'm going to buy everything from Amazon. Fuck you and your store. Fuck you and your sales. Fuck you and your physical marketplace. I am never buying anything when it comes to digital entertainment from any of these stores ever again. Steam or Amazon. That's it for me.
Exactly.
You want to card me? I'm going to take my business fucking elsewhere where they're actual fucking grown-ups.
Yeah, but now on the flip side, someone makes the argument, because I've discussed this, because GameStop carded me for a strategy guide that had the logo that said, this guide is for a rated mature video game. They had the audacity to card me for that. And I said to them blatantly, I said, so you're carding me for a book?
Pretty much.
But sir, it says rated mature. I said, is the book rated mature? Or
Were you
is the
dropped on your
game?
head?
Well,
Did you fail out of community college?
oh no, the beauty of it is when they say, well, sir, it's the law.
No, no,
Really now? It's the law? And then
it's
they're
the
like,
law. Then you know what? For civil defense, I'm going to take my pants off and stand guard with my penis out the door. Because God save America.
well, no, then I proceeded to say to them, I said, well, how is this a law? Can you show me where the law? Where is it? Who made it? Who signed it? Sir, it's the law because the ESRB mandated this.
No, they mandated, but they have no fucking power. Okay? They have no
No.
legal precedence for
No,
this. They
yes,
have no
the
legal power.
ESRB is basically creating a suggestion. It's saying we suggest that people 17 and older play this
And
game.
if you don't do it, you'll be sorry. No. Well,
Exactly. It's just a rating. It's the same thing as saying, well, this movie is rated R because it contains cursing or drug or sex. It's not saying that, well, you have to be that age because I've never once been
and so this
asked
is
how
where
old I
I'm going to
was.
start a militant movement for anyone who's listening. You and anyone you are friends with, tell them, do not buy. If anyone cards you when it comes to buying a video game, give them the finger, walk out. Contact me. I will order the game for you. Of course, you got to pay me for what the game costs, but I will order the game for you. Because this is outrageous.
It is.
This is how you end businesses.
Yeah, but and somebody has said to me, why don't you just pull out the card and show it to them? Which, yes, that's the easy way, but
This is principle. This is where I
Yes.
stand with Jack on. This is fucking principle. If I'm going to be carded for the video game, I expect to be carded for every single suggestive, adult, and possibly dangerous form of media that anyone sells. That means every single Harry Potter book sold to any small little teenage girl, she needs to be carded. Any single fucking what's it called? What's that other shitty ass teen novel about a bunch of
Twilight.
kids killing each other? No, not that crap. The other one, the one where they're killing each other, where they're actively killing each other.
Oh, Hunger Games.
I want every fucking kid carded for any Hunger Games book that they want to buy. Any fucking teenage novel that depicts the idea of sexuality, that depicts even the slightest hint of violence, they should be carded. That's what's supposed to happen.
By the
if
way,
you
the
don't have
game that they were
balance.
carding me for is Bayonetta.
Oh yeah, because tits and guns, that sells, but oh my god, that's going to destroy society.
Well, no, the guy goes to me, he's like, sir, this game's rated mature. I need to see ID. And I said, well, at one point they didn't, and it's the same salesman. I was buying a Wii U for my girlfriend at the same time, and I bought Assassin's Creed, I believe it's Assassin's Creed 3, for my brother. And it's rated mature. The guy never carded me. He didn't card me at all. But now, all of a sudden, I'm buying two games. I'm a grown adult. I'm fucking 24 years old, and you're going to card me. But, sir, I need to see it. I can understand if I look like I was 10 years old. I can understand you wanting to see some sort of proof that I'm an adult, but I clearly look and act like an adult.
No, but the problem is that even with you look like an adult or not, that's not the problem. And the SRB isn't even the problem either. And it's not the company's fault either.
But the guy kept...
You really want to know who's at fault? Who caused this entire fucking shitstorm?
We did.
Parents. The worst, most unintelligent, most out-of-the-loop group of people, which unfortunately are given a voice nowadays, your parents.
Yeah. It's the ones that, I bought my 7-year-old kid Grand Theft Auto 4, but
I'm
now
sorry,
that
but
I saw
a
the
video
screen,
game-
like...
A violent video game is not a substitute for a sitter, nor is it a substitute for bad parenting.
Exactly. Well, it is bad parenting that did it. I have cousins that grew up on all these games, and I said to them, I'm like, they really shouldn't be playing this. When you have a 7-year-old cousin that's like talking about, I'm going to fuck that hoe up. It's like, what?
No, I don't care. That's just bad parenting and failed genetics. You can't
Yep.
stop. You can't fit stupid, okay? They're eventually going to breed, and you know what? That's all they're actually going to contribute to the rest of society. That's a whole different problem. Nobody cares about that because that's the majority of people. They're nothing but breeders. But When it comes down to legislation created out of fear, this is the worst one of them all. This is legislation that wasn't even created. It was moved, and then something as silly as the ESRB, which, let's face it, it's just a bunch of jack-offs trying to make everyone happy, is only created in order to, stabilize business. Why?
Yeah.
Because this forces people to go online. This forces people to pay less attention to stores, to think less about going to a store to buy something. This is how you control the economy, my friends.
Which is
by
what I
making
did.
Shit decisions like this.
Literally, before leaving the store, I bought those 2 games, but I bought them with my cell phone for Amazon Mobile.
That's what you should do. Take out your cell phone, buy it right there in front of them, and say, you know what? I actually got it $60 cheaper. See you later, bitches, and walk out.
Oh, it looks like I didn't have to show my phone ID.
Look at that. I saved $60, and I didn't even have to show my ID, and they're bringing it to me tomorrow. Oh, my God.
Yup.
Holy fucking shit.
Well,
look at that. Seriously, come closer. Look at this. Isn't this incredible? This is the power of the internet. Suck a dick. Just walk out. Just walk out. Your point has been made. They have failed. They lost a customer. Just walk out.
Exactly.
But anyway, coming back to parents. If you want to help stop this, educate your fucking parents. If they have a question, show them a video game. Make them understand why it's not violent. Why? Because these are the people that unfortunately are part of a generation that are incapable of learning anything new. And the only thing that they have to look forward to is once they have helped develop you or screw you up in whatever way, shape, or form they're going to do it, they're going to die. That's all. That is what they are looking forward to. And you know what happens? You're going to die too. But they're going to die first. So the key to make your life on Earth just a little bit better, teach them. Help them understand. And if they don't understand, ignore them. Because that's all you can do. The only way to fight a coalition of stupidity is with education. You want people to change their viewpoint on video games? Educate people about video games. Show them that violence is a natural impulse of being human.
Yep.
Violence in books, violence in video.
Well, that's why, like.
Violence in fucking music. How many bitches and hoes do I have to cap in the ass with my tutu fitty before we start to see, hey, maybe violence in this very, very generic rap song may be something that's just, basic.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but like I said before, if I'm going to be carded for an M-rated game, I want this 16-year-old or 5-year-old or 10-year-old to be carded for her Hunger Games book, for her Harry Potter book, for any book that even has the hint or slight denotation of violence. Why? Because you can't have a double standard here.
Exactly.
Every form of media has some form of violence because violence is the basic premise of survival. It's the basic premise of existence itself. We didn't become the dominant species on the planet by being nice to each other and sharing our values based on our religion and our community. No. We go back to the first episode I was on. We either ate, fucked, or wore everything in front of us in order to become the dominant species on the planet. Sometimes all at once.
Yes. Yeah.
So if you can't accept the fact that violence is part of the human, let's say, syndrome, the human condition, then you have no right to say anything because obviously you have not been educated to the level of accepting something so true.
Exactly. And that's how I feel when I go in the store. Like I'm trying to knock a little bit of logic into into the mind of the salesman, but it's just like there's no talking to them.
It's unfortunate, but it's their job. They're drones. Yeah. You can't hold it against people who work at the stores, and you can't hold it against people who work at the offices because they're supposed to do what they're told.
Yeah, but they also, what I want to hear is, I agree with you. Unfortunately, this is the way they want us to do it. That's what I want to hear. I don't want you to give me dumbass reasons why you have to card.
And also, they usually just don't give a shit. The people that work at retail are people who failed at the rest of life, or that life was unkind to, in order to make the rest of you.
I worked in retail.
And so have I. That gives me just as much right as you to say whatever the fuck I want about it. It's soul-sucking. It's soul-crushing.
It is. Trust me,
it's
you don't want to work in retail.
Beginning something. If you're still in retail after the age of 25, you did something wrong.
Exactly.
You either love it or you can't expect anything more out of your life. So congratulations, welcome to the rest of your existence. You're fired. That is what you have to look forward to. Now, if you're below the age of 25, which really I have no, like, I don't care what you have to say if you're below 25. To be honest, you're not even a fully developed fucking being, according to me. And I'm going to get hate mail for that.
Well, dude, fuck you. I'm 24, so suck a dick.
Exactly. See? That's the spirit. Search your feelings. You know the hatred.
Wait. By the way, if you're listening to this episode, you did not send us a scan of your ID. You better shut this fucking podcast off.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I'm violent, and these ideas are violent.
And you didn't prove your age, bitches.
That's true. That's true. Or if you did, you lied. You're going to prison.
Because it's the law.
Here's the law. Speaking of the law, by the way, that last Judge Dredd video, if anyone wants to see a good movie, I think it's available on Netflix. If not, pirate the hell out of it because it didn't make enough money. The recent Judge Dredd video, movie, totally worth it. Best adaptation of Judge Dredd I've ever seen. Stallone could, eat a dick because this is what Judge Dredd is supposed to look like.
Well, is that why he sounded like he was gagging on cock all the time?
Yep. But anyway, the recent Judge Dredd movie, unfortunately, it's an underdog. I definitely suggest it. I give it whatever many stars out of whatever it needs to make you go see it.
Okay.
Moving on.
But closing up on the discussion of carding for games, it's stupid. It annoys me. Best Best Buy doesn't really do it. Like, I don't think they've ever done it to me. Target does, but if you just say you forgot your ID, they'll have a manager just, code it in for you so you don't have to actually show it. It annoys them, but proven a point yet again. GameStop is the only one that's as thick as a brick, and there's nothing you can say or do to convince them otherwise.
And that's their main hiring standard.
Unfortunately, and they wonder why they're closing stores.
Oh, we can only hope. Anyway. It's a boondoggle. It's a waste of time, effort, and money, and it creates a bar that stops people from buying at stores.
Exactly. If anything, you're just no, you cannot ride this ride because you're not tall enough. I mean, that's really all it does.
If that happens, you go to the next park over where they don't care. It's as simple as that. If you're not going to make it easy for your customer to buy your product, customer's not going to buy your product.
Exactly.
That's not even business 101. That's logic 101.
Exactly. Like the whole YouTube thing where they're trying to add, like, you have to pay to subscribe to someone's YouTube channel.
No.
Why the fuck would anyone do it? Like, I would be a moron if I made it where you had to pay to watch my videos.
You would have to physically be some form of mental... You would need some form of mental retardation to think that's a good idea.
Exactly. I want more exposure, not less.
Yeah, exactly. We fight against shit like this. Do you really think this channel of all channels is going to jump on the bandwagon of give me your money?
For April Fool's Day next year, I'll actually make it a pay to subscribe.
Oh, I know exactly how to do it too. We'll call it Gold Phallus Member Only.
And then in the trailer where it's like you have to give a description as to why they should pay, you'd be like, April Fools, bitches.
No, not even that. Visible only by Phallus Gold members. And that's just like a 2-hour video of the picture only available for Gold Phallus members.
Oh shit! Did you hear? Actually, this is like unrelated video games. Did you hear that a plane had a crash land in Newark?
Oh yeah, without wheels. That was ballsy.
That's cool when you see it. Just sparks.
From a guy who's rated to fly Cessna, that takes balls. Not even brass balls. We're talking about carbon fiber core coated with titanium balls.
Exactly.
We're talking about transuranic element density balls. We're talking about they're made up of an element that is beyond uranium when it comes to density.
Basically, the guy who landed the plane in water has nothing on this guy.
Yeah, he's got nothing on this guy. This guy rode the gravel.
Yes, and the amount of sparks, it looked like a fireball in the video that they show.
Trust me, the amount of speed these Learjets get into, it's incredible that the guy survived. It's incredible the plane didn't explode. The guy was gliding
Yes.
as he was rolling over the ground.
Yep. And no one got hurt on the plane.
Not a single person hurt. The damage can be fixed within a week. You're talking about a plane that could go right back up.
Exactly. And the luggage did not get wet. Something the other guy fucked up on.
Yeah, the luggage wasn't lost, nor did it get wet. Oh, man. But yeah, that's ballsy. We'll probably have more information on him later. Probably not, because we really don't care.
Exactly. So unless there's anything else you want to add to the show, I think that
yes.
wraps it up.
Wait 1 second. One last final tidbit. This is Game Watch of the Week. I wanted to give it out last week. Unfortunately, it's late.
No, I know what you're going to say. You better not say it.
Guns of Icarus.
Fuck you.
Guns of Icarus Online, ladies and gentlemen. It's the game every single gamer out there has always yearned for but never knew they wanted.
And it's the game that you Skype me all throughout the day asking me if I had bought the game.
Consistently. Dude, it's $9. Right now, ladies and gents, it's $9 of game worth $60. That's right, I said it. $9 of game worth $60. I paid $23 and gave it to 3 of my friends. That's how much I enjoyed it.
Yeah, but you didn't give it to me, you dick.
Hey, you weren't online. You were too busy with your, this choices and things and, relationships and bullshit, okay? You weren't on, you don't get the free prize.
Oh, fuck you.
Dude, it's $9. $9.99. It is a crime if you don't buy it before May 22nd. That's right, folks. The cutoff date is May 22nd. Right now, we're filming at May 20th. That means you have maybe 24 to 48 hours to get the game. If you don't get it, you will hate yourself. It will be Minecraft all over again for those of you who did not buy into Minecraft early.
I didn't.
Well, John, you're special in many ways. We won't get into it.
My rig can't handle the game.
It's true. It's weird. But anyway, jokes aside, really good game. You want to know what it's about? You want to know what it's about. Go on YouTube. Go on Steam. $9 out of your pocket to provide a studio that is making good games for good gamers. This is what gamers are here for. We are here to enjoy ourselves. And if you want to live out your pirates in fucking midair fantasy, calling out to your to your gunner to aim for a ship and having the other guy on the line say, "Okay, I'm hitting it." It doesn't make sense now. Watch the videos. Go online. The best way to describe it
is buy Skies of Arcadia.
Yeah, but this one is a first-person diesel punk Zeppelin combat simulator. It is riveting. It will grab you by the nuts and not let you go.
So does Gran Turismo 5 when you have to wait an hour for it to install.
Nobody cares about cars anymore. These bitches are vertical. And I wanted to note that when I say vertical, I cross my arms in front of me as though I were gangster. Bitches gone vertical. But anyway, that's all I got to say.
Fine.
For now.
Okay, so we're ending the show. Definitely you need to see our next episode because we will discuss everything that was revealed. We'll even have our guest host, Elijah Wood, who will be bringing a sample of said console for us to enjoy.
I promise to all the gents out there, I will eat his eye out. During the episode, I will tackle him and eat his eye out. He doesn't know, so shh.
Wow. And we got 2 people that will agree to actually be on the show. We did. We did it.
Well, he did it. I didn't give a crap.
Sure you did. It is called Backwards Compatible. It's a group of 2 girls, Allison and I don't know the other girl's name.
Wow, you are totally selling this, Jack. Totally selling this. We are professional.
Hell yeah. But
you know what? If this is us sober,
Hey, I'm Jenny.
I'm most
okay, it's Jenny.
If this is us sober, I cannot imagine a drunk episode. That's right, folks. We're working towards a drunk episode. Stay tuned for more details of how we're going to make utter fools of ourselves with the use of alcohol.
Okay, but we can get Jenny and Allison on the show. They agree.
If we can do that, we can do anything.
If you build it, they will come.
And then it's all over it.
Yes, which surprises me. They only have 688 subscribers. That's a pretty low number.
You would think that these people would have more. I would definitely check out their work. It's interesting stuff. I definitely suggest, and this is coming from a guy who hates everything.
Yes, but look at what I see out of this is I see that their subscriber is gonna shoot the fuck up like we did for what's her face, Kira the Hedgehog.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
These people need viewers, ladies and gents. And as much as you may hate me, you might actually like these two. So tune into the next episode. Check them out. Subscribe and like and all that goody stuff that apparently makes me feel great about myself.
And we all give you a golf clap for that.
Yep. Lest you know that one hand is in fact in my pants during the episode.
Just jacking off to my wisdom.
Sure thing, John. Sure.
Peace.
And platypus.